Welcome to Bay Area Art Beat. This month, December, we're going to be looking at some wonderful holiday art events, music, art, beautiful things, and lots of free things for people to attend and enjoy. And I am in the studio now of Gamelan, and Emiko, such a pleasure to have you as a guest. I just enjoy your music so much. I love your instruments, they're so beautiful. And I want you to talk about yourself and to talk about the work in the studio.
Thank you so much. We're so happy to have you here. Thank you for coming to visit our home. This is our Banyar. My name's Emiko Susilo. I'm on the board of directors of Gamelan Sekar Jaya. And we are in our home, which is called our Banyar. It's where we rehearse. It's where our guest artists live. We have our offices here, and we do a lot of our community events and classes here in our studio, which is on Shattuck, South Berkeley. And so this is, gamelan is Balinese, refers to Balinese music, refers to a couple of different ensembles in Indonesia, but the music we do at Gamelan Sekar Jaya is Balinese music and Balinese dance. And this is our home here in South Berkeley.
Great. I was so thrilled when I found out that you were considering settling here and then did settle here. And your music is world famous, I would say.
Oh, that's very kind of you. We love Balinese gamelan. It has an incredible philosophy. It's beautiful artistically. The music is very complex and nuanced and has both the kind of contemporary feeling as well as very ancient connections. And it's also about coming together, about being together. So it's not just about how beautiful and complex the music is, it's about our community of friends and family that we depend on to be healthy, happy human beings.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about the instruments?
Sure. So Gamelan Sekar Jaya has a number of different ensembles. What you see here right behind us is our gong. So this gong is actually kind of the core of our ensemble. The gong is considered the heart of the musical ensemble, but is also kind of a focus point for the musicians and the dancers who study or work with the instruments. So this is our gong here at Sekar Jaya, which is very beloved to us. This gong is visiting. Our friend Pete Steele, one of our musicians, has a set of instruments. So we have a gong kebiar ensemble, which is from North Bali. We have an angklung ensemble, which is often actually used for cremations or ceremonies, that are important rites of passage, but particularly cremations. We have an ensemble of gender wayang, which is a quartet of bronze instruments.
Wow.
And we also have jegog instruments, which are bamboo instruments, and they're super cool sounding, very different from the bronze. But there's a lot of complex interlocking percussion and beautiful melodies that cycle around. One of the interesting things about Balinese gamelan is it's composed in cycles rather than kind of composed from beginning to end. And I feel like this really reflects the philosophy of Balinese Hinduism and many philosophies of how life comes in cycles. It doesn't just have a beginning and an end. It is kind of an endless journey that we're on, and it comes back around a little bit different the next time and comes back around a little different the next time, but it's always connected to itself. The beginning is always connected to the end, and we're always connected to one another.
Great, beautiful. The different ensembles will be playing at your open house. Now, please, you tell me about the open house.
So on December 8th, from 11 to 5.
Sunday.
That's a Sunday, yes.
Yeah.
Sunday, December 8th, we have what is called our holiday fair. And that's kind of an open house. We'll have a bunch of beautiful things from Indonesia and Southeast Asia that will be here. We have a lot of handmade things that our own members make. And we have in recent years, a lot of gift certificates that are from members of our community who do things that are not directly gamelan related, but we have someone who donates guitar lessons or drum set lessons or massage, things like this that are things from our community that people bring and donate to the sale so people can, bring those things home as gifts for the holidays.
Yeah.
And it's a free event, and we also have our dancers are going to perform something, and our musicians who are going to play on this Semarpugelingan ensemble, which is visiting us, they're also going to perform something that day. It's a great event for kids, for families,
Yeah.
for people who are just like tired of going shopping and you don't want to shop online and you don't go to the shopping mall, you don't want to get in a fight over the parking space, you know, like that whole scenario. I think we can lose sight of what the holidays is about. So
Yeah.
it's a nice opportunity to hear beautiful music, see beautiful things that were made with a lot of love and care and thought, and take something home to someone you love that has real meaning.
Great. And the dances too. Do you know times when different things will be happening? Or
Well, we'll start at 11. Usually things happen on the hour. So it will probably be like 12 and then 1 and 2
great.
and 3 probably. We'll have like short sets of like 15 minutes each or something
So
like that
people,
throughout
if
the
they
day.
definitely want to catch that, they should come.
I would come on the hour.
On the
Have
hour.
something happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know when the dancers are going to be dancing?
We haven't decided that yet. We can
Okay.
try to put that up on our Facebook
Oh,
page
okay,
if people
great,
want to know about
great.
that. It's going to be very informal, very casual. One of the things I, as a dancer and musician, feel very strongly about is that I want people to feel welcomed into performing arts. Sometimes people feel when you see arts on a stage and you see some incredible dancer or some incredible musician, you feel like that's amazing and I'm never going to be like that. That's not who I am. And so that I feel very strongly I want people to see us in the process of learning things. I want them to see us in our rehearsal clothes. So what you'll see is people kind of dressed in our nice rehearsal clothes working on things that we're actually working on right now. It's not a like
great.
formal performance, but it's
Great.
about our musicians and dancers in the process of working on things very close, like this close to you and me. So
Yeah.
it's a really very intimate experience.
Great. We have fabulous costumes too. I love your costumes.
We do. Our costumes are pretty special. We love our costumes.
Yeah.
Actually, sometimes we have masks. We'll probably have some this year, but sometimes we have masks that are donated to the fair or traditional Indonesian clothing that are donated, and people can actually purchase some of those things when we get them donated. So
Okay.
that's nice too.
Do you have? Is there another public coming up? What's coming up in the new year in terms of public performances?
We have a big performance planned in March.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be the first or second week of March. It's a collaboration with Larry Reed and Brenda Wong Aoki.
Oh, great.
And that is going to be a different kind of perspective on the story of the Mahabharata. So I think we're going to take different episodes and highlight what might be a woman's perspective. Often those stories are told from the man's perspective. So I'm excited because we get to kind of say, well, what do you think really that everybody saw that particular scene like that?
Yeah.
Maybe I would have seen it differently. So it's an exciting opportunity.
Well, listen, thank you so much. And I really
pleasure.
urge people to check it out. Oh, tell us your address. Yeah,
We're at 3023 Shattuck.
Right.
So we're on Shattuck Avenue, just south of Ashby.
right, right. Can people, is this parking in front of it? Is this,
There's parking in the neighborhood. It's not
The
too
neighborhood,
difficult.
no.
Not any worse than any. It's pretty easy actually for the Bay
Okay.
Area.
okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, what a pleasure. Thank
you so much
much
for coming. Thank you
so
for
much.
having me. I'm warming my hands up. Thank you very much for
Okay,
being here.
it'll be really, I'm glad to be here. And
Wonderful.
we will be right back with another guest. Welcome back to Bay Area Art Beat. I want to introduce David Rosenfeld, who is one of my favorite musicians, and will be playing as part of the holidays. And David, tell us about what's going on. And David lives in North Berkeley, and he's going to tell us a little bit that will be going on in North Berkeley.
Thanks for having me, Susan. There's at least 3 events that are happening. I'd like to speak about 3 of them anyway.
Great.
December 8th, December 14th, and December 25th. So December 8th is called Snow Day, and it's happening on Shattuck in the north there between Rose and Vine. Apparently it's going to snow, and it's going to be a lot of fun for kids and families. I hear there's going to be pony rides and crafts, great chance to make or buy gifts, and so forth and so on. Just a lot of fun, a mostly free event.
Yeah.
December 14th is
A holiday party.
Yeah, I just wondering if I switch the dates, 8th
No,
and
no,
14th.
no. It's on a Saturday.
It is. So December 14th is a holiday party at ACCI.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. I think that people can just drop in and party.
It should be wonderful. It's such a great arts collective.
Yeah.
It's the longest in existence this side of the Mississippi, I believe.
Excellent.
So. And then December 25th, which is indeed Christmas Day, this will be the 11th year in a row that at Saul's Deli, Saul's Restaurant and Delicatessen on Shattuck, right up there at Vine Street, a street klezmer party. Live music, dancing, and Saul's is very much open for business with delicious food, latkes, and you name it. And it's just amazing. All the klezmer musicians from around town show up.
About how many? I notice a lot. How many show up?
There's been as many as probably 20 klezmer musicians coming through.
Yeah.
And this year the music's going to be happening this year from 11:45 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. right
Okay.
there in front of Saul's.
Right, great.
So if you're on a long line waiting to get in because the food is so good and everyone wants to order, you're not bored because you're dancing, you're listening to the music, and it's just a wonderful street party.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah.
very successful in the past 10 years, so
Yeah,
great expectations for this year too.
yeah, I love it. And I brought my granddaughter last year, and she says, "What do other people do at Christmas?" Anyway, not everybody listens to klezmer dances, but it's great to see everything that's available and present. So tell us more about yourself and other things that you're doing in music.
Oh, wow. Well, I think I'm pretty versatile in the sense that I teach ukulele, I teach guitar, I teach mandolin and fiddle, and improvisation skills, creativity coaching, which also carries over into helping people record albums, help them sort of shape the album and arrange it and
Yeah,
produce it.
Yeah.
And
You've produced several albums with people, haven't you?
I have. A lot of singers have come to me, and I've worked with them to help create the instrumentation they want, and to create an album that's satisfying for them.
Yeah, I know many
Yeah.
people who have been pleased.
It's been really a lot of fun, and I developed a website called Creativity is Vital. So creativityisvital.com is where people can find me, Dave or David Rosenfeld, mandodave@gmail.com, and I would love to hear from anyone who's interested in recording music, learning to play music, taking lessons, developing their creativity. And I'm working with 4-year-olds,
Oh, great.
80-year-olds, and everyone in between, and we just have a great time. And some people say it's less expensive than therapy because they get really cheered up by the music and engaging with the creative side of themselves.
Yeah, good. Well, anything that's less expensive than therapy is worth exploring.
That's right.
And you play? You play with groups on and off. Are you
Yeah.
playing with any groups?
Absolutely. So in terms of the klezmer, I'm with the Saul Goodman Klezmer Band,
Oh yeah.
led by the wonderful Mike Perlmutter.
Yeah.
And he also organizes the music at Saul's on the 25th.
Okay.
And then I play with Octo Pretzel,
Oh.
which is a
right.
band. We play music for kids.
Yeah.
And with Octo Pretzel, we do birthday parties, preschool graduations. Once a year we play at the Freight and Salvage and do a big show. And Octopretzel at octopretzel.com. You can see the upcoming events.
Yeah. Do you know, are they doing your holiday thing?
Well, we do a lot of things for the Jewish holidays, actually. So we will do a Hanukkah show, probably a few of them.
Okay.
And I would say to check the website to look for those.
Check the website. Okay,
Yeah.
good. I know there's going to be a holiday program at Ashkenaz on the 15th. Are you?
Actually, yes. So I think it's the 15th or maybe the 14th,
Oh,
Saturday.
Yeah.
The most wonderful storyteller, Joel Ben Izzy,
Yeah.
is going to be telling stories of Helm, which are these whimsical stories. The Saul Goodman Klezmer Band is going to add music to the storytelling.
And are you playing then?
And I'll be playing as part of that.
I'm glad I asked.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other holiday thing you can think of coming up?
Oh, gosh.
Have you been to Open Studios?
Oh, I know a little bit about it, but please tell me more.
Well, it's fabulous. I mean, that you go to the artist studio, and sometimes it's in their home, which is a trip. You get to see their real environment.
That's great.
And really, the person is selling you their own things, or it's showing you. You don't really have to buy anything, but and people love that. People just come and look at their work and admire their work, as you know, as a musician.
Yeah.
They're running. It's the whole month of December. We're not on until December 1st, but the whole month of December, the weekends, and it'll be a calendar in the East Bay Express. And actually, the East Bay Express is a good place to check for how they have a special section of holiday events. And I really recommend, if people are looking for wonderful holiday things to do, they check out Open Studios. You can go back and visit somebody you really enjoyed, who you've seen, visited before, or just find something totally new. I sometimes, when I started, I would just walk around my neighborhood and see people I didn't even know, and there they were, my neighbors, making beautiful things.
I love that.
Yeah. So, Dave, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you.
My pleasure, Susan. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
And happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Just hearing a few strands of your music is a pleasure.
Thanks so much for having me, Susan. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
We'll be right back. Thanks a lot. Welcome back to Bay Area Art Beat. Our next guest is the coordinator of Telegraph Avenue Fair, and one of the great events that have been going on in Berkeley for years. And Grace, welcome to Art Beat.
Thank
and
you.
Tell us, if you want, a little bit of the history and the past and the present.
So this festival is a 36-year-old festival this year. We allow in only 100% handmade by the artist vendors, and it just brings a nice, rich quality of gifts that you can give to your loved ones, or even just keep for yourself. And as time has gone on, we're more on the internet and doing that sort of thing. So it's a really nice reprieve from shopping, you know, on the internet and
Yeah.
getting to see who makes the stuff face to face and having more of
Yes.
a relationship with the product so
Yeah.
that it gives it more meaning
Yeah.
as a gift.
You have music and entertainment too.
We do. We have a lot of different people this year. We'll be featuring Scott Goodman, who does he's a pianist, and he brings in different musicians with him every day. So it's ever changing, the guests.
Great.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of timeline on when those things are happening?
He's usually there between 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock.
Oh, it's a long
Yeah,
day.
it is. And he takes breaks and walks
Yeah,
around. But
yeah.
yeah.
And what are the hours of the fair?
The festival begins at 11 and is over at 6.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And people have to, it's a handcrafted thing. You can't.
Yeah, we don't accept imports or anything like that, just
Yeah.
so that people can really get the market value for what they are making.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if they put 4 hours into making something, they should be able to have a price point that reflects that.
Yeah.
And if you have a lot of imported things, then it makes it harder to keep the
Yeah.
prices where they ought to be.
Yeah. Well, it's also wonderful to have the interaction with the artists.
It is.
It's the people who made the stuff that'll be there selling it, and that's a very important thing, I think.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's nice for me that I get to see all the different people and all the different stuff.
Yeah.
And the eclecticness of it all. And I feel like as time has gone on, I really have gotten close with a lot of people, and it's like a little family. So
Oh,
it's
that's
nice.
great.
Yeah.
And you said applications. This show will be broadcast starting December 1st. Will applications still be open December 1st?
They will be open December 1st,
Okay.
yes. All the way up until the show, we usually have like a couple people that straggle in at the end, but
Yeah.
for the most part, I would like them in before the show.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but we will accept
Yeah.
latecomers.
What do people pay for the?
So it's $10 a linear foot. So if you got a 4-foot space, it's $40, and if you got a 10 by 10, it's $100 for
Now,
the
is
day.
that for a day or
Yeah, for one day. Yeah,
can people do 1 day or 2
they
days?
can do 1 day, 2 days.
Oh,
Choose
great.
to do whatever is good for their schedule.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, that provides opportunities for people.
And that's what this whole thing is supposed to be about, opportunities for people that are maybe a smaller scale artist, you
Yeah.
know, for outreach and to be able to get their stuff into people's homes,
Yeah.
which is nice.
And what about people who do like recycled art? I mean, that's
Cycled up stuff, I mean, it depends on the degree. We definitely love the idea of cycling up. So as long as it really is something new, then that is something that we would accept.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean something just made?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
well, you can use a skirt, and, you know, if you put I don't know, like bedazzle it a little bit, that's really not enough. I would need
Yeah.
you to, like, turn it into something new.
Yeah, I see.
And that's
you
what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can have old things, but turn it into something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get the same people who come back year after year?
Yeah, we have about a 70% returnee rate, so
Yeah.
the people that are coming have been coming longer than I've even been running it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I crochet, so I'm out there selling
Oh.
as well.
Are you? Is that?
I didn't make this, no. But all of my jewelry that I'm wearing is from some of the artists out there.
Oh, great.
Yeah, everything.
That's good. So you're a good walking advertiser.
Yes, I am. I try to be.
You should try to be good.
Yeah.
It's great. So let's see. What else do you want to tell us about the fair?
Yeah, there's great music. There's like jugglers and stilt walkers and a lot of different kinds of entertainment. There's a lot of different nonprofits. My daughter, Magnolia, she's works with her school doing cleanups that will start in February, and she'll be there with her school giving out information about, you know, beach cleanups and that sort of thing.
Oh, great.
We'll have the Berkeley Free Clinic is there, as well as, you know, some of the stores like Berkeley, Games of Berkeley will be in there, and they have like a big, huge chess game that's almost as tall as me. So I don't know, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of different things to do.
Oh, great.
And it changes each day what's going to be happening.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. I mean, that people can be there for a day or for as long as they want.
Yeah.
Because there will be I mean, there'll be a turnover. People will be inspired to come back not just once, but a couple times. which is
Exactly.
great.
Yeah, it is nice.
Okay, and what happens when it rains?
So our extreme rain dates are going to be the 19th and 20th. So if something was to happen, we would change it over to those days.
Okay.
But that's only if it's raining pretty hard. Usually it clears up and we all have tents and we've all been used to being out
You're
in the
used to
weather.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, good, great,
So.
great. Tell me a little bit about your background.
So I started out on Telegraph about 10 years ago, just so I could be a stay-at-home mom and doing my crochet. And then as my kids got a little bit older, I wanted to be more involved, and so I started to apprentice for the show, and then eventually just took it over.
Yeah.
And now,
Well,
yeah.
I think it's wonderful to have somebody who's had the experience of being a craft person in the show.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely helps, and I have a good understanding of
What's going on?
of what's going on and how hard it really
It
is.
hard. It's very
Yeah.
hard.
So
So thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm so
thank
glad
you.
you could come.
It was so
Thank you,
nice
thank
to
you,
have
thank you.
be here.
And I hope we get the word out, and I hope we get a lot of people who can enjoy it.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, thanks for being our guest, and stay amazed.